Ahoy, shipmates! Look at that, starting off with wavings. It's almost as if I planned that. There's a couple of shipmates there on top of Ventura. She's at 46th berth. She is due to depart at 5 o'clock. Celebrity Silhouette is on the move, and Arcadia at 4:30. Oh, got my little thing going on again. I would say it looks a touch windy out there. A quick look at the weather and see what that says. Oh yes, gusting up to sort of 20 knots. 17C, 71% humidity. Visibility of 40 knots. No rain today. Although I almost think I felt a touch of rain earlier. But it's very overcast today. Not your typical, well, I would say not your typical August day, but I would say probably a fairly typical August day here in the port of Southampton. It's not been the best of summers. A quick look on Itchin Cam. What I've got here. It looks like the tide is out. Quite a few yachts in there at the Southampton Sailing Club. Over in Cowes, apparently they haven't turned the lights on. It's very dark. I just need to change the setting there. We'll sort that out. This is from Netley. As you can see, a bit of a wobble on the camera. Have a quick look at the map. Here's Celebrity Silhouette. She's up here at 106 berth. So she's just coming away there from 101 berth. Just coming away from 101 berth. Heading past Mayflower Park. It should be on camera in about 5 minutes or so. Something like that. Then a little bit further up, we've got Arcadia at 106. And then, of course, as you saw, Ventura is on cruise cam at the ocean terminal. I would think that they are watching, those shipmates there are watching cruise cam, because they were waving quite avidly earlier. You can see it's quite drafty on top, and I can even see some coats. I think almost it feels like the days of people wearing t-shirts and shorts on top have disappeared. Yeah, there we go. The hands up there. Some sort of signalling technique, I guess. Let's have a look at this map. Let's see how we're getting on with Celebrity Silhouette. Nope, it's just coming past. Moving out, I would say that map is fairly representative at the moment. The pontoons are all down for the Southampton Boat Show, which is, I think, later than usual, as I discussed last broadcast. I think I worked out why I answered my own question. The 10th of September, which normally the Southampton Boat Show is, I think it's the 10th of September, opens as something like the 9th of September or something, just before that sort of first weekend. It's happening a bit later this year, but I think it might be because the Whitbread Round the World Yacht Race takes place from Ocean Village, starting at 11 o'clock on, I think it's Sunday the 10th. And all the yachts head over to Cowes for an actual race line start at 1 o'clock. Let's get my itching cam working so that we can keep an eye. My itching cam working, and then we can make sure we can keep an eye on the ship movements. Come on, there's a orbit. There we go, that's working. Yes, ready to go. Ready to go. Let's have a quick look at who's in the chat. Looks like we have a few shipmates in the chat. Oh, yeah, there, Deborah Speller. Ahoy there, Rab Nesbitt. I've got quite a few of our excellent spanners in the chats. That's Spanner Bay Blue, Tim Ellis, Mark G. It's been unusual to have a ship's broadcast on a Tuesday, but bank holiday weekend and all that. Thought I'd squeeze one out. And we've got Spanner Andrew Monument as well. Ahoy there, Vanessa Wells. And ahoy there, Isaac Stanton. And of course, ahoy there, Steve Mack. And ahoy there, Marina Clare. I do have, well, I'd say I do have, I was going to say, I do have VTS radio working today. It's back on, it is working. I think we'll hear something. So if you do hear something come in the background, that'll be VTS radio. So let me know if that's working. Just say, oh, we've heard VTS. You probably work that out. So let's have a look over here. This is on Itching Cam. This is the dock head. We'll get a view of Celebrity silhouette as she passes by.
I've seen VTS that all received, may proceed. Celebrity silhouette off runner 1 outbound.
I heard VTS then. I'm not sure if you did. So if you heard VTS, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see if I can have a tweak of a setting or something. Well, the Vanessa Wells says, I hear VTS. Thank you very much, Shipmate. Good, that is working. I couldn't get it working for quite a while earlier. There's a number of settings to change on Discord and all these various different things, and I think I got it working. And yes, apparently I did. Steve Mack is also saying yes, and Andy Monument says he as well. Brilliant. Well, that's good because we already have some valuable information from VTS. I happened to be in the galley earlier, but Kevin too was listening, and he tells me that according to the pilots on board, there are 2,766 passengers and 1,184 crew. A quick look. So she's got 2,766 passengers on board. She has a maximum capacity of 2,886. So I'd say it's pretty much full. 1,184 crew, and she has a capacity of 1,500. So quite a bit down on crew. I'm not sure of the reason on that, or if that's just typical. It's been a while since I've heard the passengers and crew numbers. I mean, just because she has a capacity of 1,500 crew doesn't mean I suppose she always sells with them. This is Ventura here, right in front of us, and Celebrity Silhouette's on her way. She's just passing Mayflower. There you go, she's there, just passing Mayflower. And then Arcadia, she's up at 106. She'll probably come out fairly sharply as well. So Celebrity Silhouette has departed, pretty much bang on 4 o'clock. Arcadia due to depart at 4:30, and then Venture at 5 o'clock.
Test engineer, VTS. Test engineer, VTS, weak with some distortion. Over.
Sounds like somebody's testing it.
Southampton, VTS. Let's see halfway out. Celebrity Silhouette, VTS, that's all received. Just Red Osprey there, Northwest Netley, inbound. Red Osprey, hive line permission to carry on, please. Red Osprey, VTS, may proceed if safe to do so.
Oh, well, their Shipmate VM just says they've just come off of Disney Dream and are thinking about another Bahamian cruise on Disney or Royal Caribbean in 2025. Already future planning. I think as our channel sponsor, Paul, would say, further you book them in advance, you can get some really good prices. Looks like plenty of shipmates on board Ventura, doesn't there? I think that's where they have the sailing away party up there. You can see those brightly coloured disco lights. It's actually been quite a dark, dismal day, even though we're in August. It suddenly felt very autumnal. Celebrity silhouettes just passing Town Quay. As you probably heard out, he already radioed in and said he was passing the buoy, the marker. So he's on his way. I don't think we can see him on Netlycam just yet. No, not quite yet. Look on the map. There we go. So you can see Celebrity silhouette just coming past Town Quay Pier. Town Quay Pier, excellent location if you want to do a little ship spotting, especially if you've got a ship here in the ocean terminal. Then right at the end of Town Quay Pier, you'll see the ship reverse out, turn, and then head on off. So it's quite a good place to go ship spotting should you care to watch the ships in real life. Of course, the best place to watch them is on the Solent Ships YouTube channel. Watch it from the comfort of your own home rather than in the 18 and knot gusty wind of Port Southampton. It's a low tide. Oh, temperature's falling now, not even 17 centigrade. Visibility is excellent though, 51.7 nautical miles. That's about as much as we can get. There we go. Just on the right hand side there is Celebrity silhouette coming through. It says the visibility is really good, but I don't know. If you ask me, that looks a bit foggy in the distance. Yeah, I would say that's not accurate. Look at that. That's very foggy. Looks like potentially the rain's coming in. But I just got to show you how the weather changes locally quite quickly. Various locations, because it's much clearer down here. See if I can connect up to Cow's Cabin later. Oh, plenty of shipmates in the chat. Steve Mayak reckons the VTS talking about him with some weak distortion. Yeah, I know what you mean, shipmate. I feel a bit weak and distorted myself. With a shipmate, Sean Oakes says his sister and brother-in-law came in on Arcadia this morning.
Red Falcon, VTS all received, no reported traffic.
Says they'd come back from Norway and Iceland. But the weather was good. Well, with their shipmate Karen Kershaw says she's on Ventura next May and Iona in May 2025. So you've got two cruises.
Ocean scene, VTS.
Two cruises set up in the next couple of years. Never cruised before, live on the Isle of Man. Oh, well, I hope you're enjoying your new ferry on the Isle of Man. And yes, I think you've chosen a couple of good ships there.
Ocean scene, VTS, that's all received, no reported traffic for the river, over.
Celebrity silhouette is off.
Red 6 VTS, move proceed if safe to do so, over.
Celebrity silhouette is off on an 11-night cruise to Iceland and Ireland via Fjordur, Akureyri, Reykjavik, Belfast and St. Peter Port. Interesting combination there. Looks like Netlycam has decided it's not going to function very well. There's One of the red funnels just coming in, just making way for Celebrity Silhouette. Celebrity Silhouette will just arrive. And I would say that visibility on that weather forecast is... Oh, there we go. Visibility is now 6.5 nautical miles. That's more like it. Definitely coming in. Here we go. Here is Celebrity Silhouette off on that 11-night cruise. And I'm not sure if that's just sort of a drizzle or quite what that is. I might be putting off shipmates from getting out on deck and waving. I wonder if we have any interesting county flags today. Seems to be the latest trend on the channel. We have shipmates waving. I was going to say obscure, but that's not true. Shipmates waving county flags that I'm not familiar with. It's a rather unfair competition. I've been revising my county flags, but there's quite a lot of them. Even so, with this inclement weather, we still have quite a few shipmates out on the balconies. Not quite the departure they were probably expecting from the sunny port of Southampton. They'll have a good view of Ventura as they're passing. I suspect there might be some hooting and honking there. I wonder if probably I could have a look on have a listen to an itching cam, but I noticed earlier when I had a quick listen it was quite windy. No flags, no waving as yet. That's just going to be the theme. It's a little difficult when you're on a Celebrity Silhouette. It's much better when you're on something that's no...
We're champion BTS, that's all received. No reported traffic for the west. Over.
It's looking rather murky, isn't it, shipmates? Celebrity Silhouettes launched maiden voyage in July 2011, making her 12 years old, I suppose you say. Like I said, passenger numbers earlier, she's pretty much full of passengers. Only a little bit of space there. And the crew was 1,300 and something crew.
BTS, I've seen Spatsy Town Quay.
1,184 crew.
I've seen BTS, all received, may proceed. No reported traffic. Red Jet 6 just outside Town Quay now. Thank you.
The Hive Seed is the little ferry. We'll probably see Hive Seed. She travels between...
Red Jet 6, I've seen. If you come in, I'll hold here for a minute.
She travels between Town Quay and Hythe Pier, which you can just see there on the left-hand side of the screen.
Welcome.
She transports passengers between Hythe and Town Quay Pier in Southampton, used by quite a lot of commuters who live in Hythe and work in city centre of Southampton. It's quite quick compared to driving around, which can take 45 minutes or even an hour plus, depending on the weather conditions or traffic, which is often quite bad because they're doing all sorts of roadworks. There is Celebrity Silhouette. More of a traditional shaped bow on Celebrity Silhouette compared to the one we had yesterday, Norwegian Prima, which I think the general consensus was a touch of the dreadnought about her. Right, it does look like that rain is coming in, doesn't it? Yep, not too many on deck. Probably heading down for a pre-buffet drink. Some sort of rum-based cocktail, ideally, I would say. Keep that drizzly weather out.
The Celebrity Silhouette BTS, that's all received. No reported traffic. Over.
Oh yes, in fact, if we go zoom out a bit on itching cam, I think we can quite clearly see it is raining. A dashed awful weather, isn't it? No recorded precipitation, but yeah, look at that. Visibility down to 7.3 nautical miles now. Just come in at the last minute. Also, look like the wind speed's dropped as well. Must be some sort of rain cloud. See, is that Netley Cam not having a good time? I'm actually, do you know what? I think I have noticed that Netley Cam suffers when it rains. So I know it sounds odd, but the link between Netley Cam itself and the sort of the head office or the head control equipment, there's a little Wi-Fi link on site, and I think when it drizzles, it really affects the Wi-Fi link. Have to stick with Celebrity Silhouette for the moment. Have a nose around Ventura. I just had an email from the Shipmate news girl, talking about the cruise ship Britannia. I don't know if you heard, but she had a bit of an accident with a cargo ship the other day. And she was telling me that more than 300 passengers have been offloaded to fly home as she didn't meet the maritime rules with a damaged lifeboat. Interesting state of affairs, isn't it, Shipmate? From what I read, the Britannia collided with a cargo ship. Obviously, if you can imagine where those lifeboats are, it's just sort of hit around that deck level, I think. I don't think it's done too much damage, but of course, if you've knocked out a lifeboat or two, then yes, of course, that would be a problem. News girl thinks that perhaps I should drone Britannia as she comes in.
Red Eagle VTS will receive traffic information, Celebrity Silhouette, approaching Northwest Netley, outbound, clear channel.
News girl thinks that perhaps I've got a new drone, I should take some footage of the perhaps damaged lifeboats, pass it on to the national press. That's great thoughts there, News girl 100. I shall have a look into that. I shall follow Britannia's progress. And if I'm about, I should do that. Quite busy coming up. This Saturday is the Brambles cricket match. That'll be a 6 a.m. I was going to say tee off, but it's not teeing off. However, cricket match starts. 6 o'clock for the cricket match start. And then that's Saturday. And then Sunday. Well, and of course, all weekend it's the Bournemouth Air Festival, so I'm trying to get down to the Bournemouth Air Festival. Might do that on Saturday. Whichever day the weather's best, really, Shipmates. You know, I'm a bit of a fair weather sailor. I like my weather to be fair. And also, if you're trying to look at aeroplanes, there's not much use of it. Visibility is rubbish. Arcadia due to depart at 4:30. So I haven't heard anything on the radio. Now we have VTS working, so keep an eye on that. Arcadia and then Ventura. We can see Ventura. She's here. There were a few people out on deck, but I think they've scurried in now that rain seems to have arrived. Can't see how I blame them. And Netley Cam just seems to be refusing to work at the moment. Well, it's working. We can see a picture from it. It's just
Ocean Sea. Sober. Yeah, so I'm slowing down then. You okay? First, yeah, to red side. Man.
Ocean Scene is one of the higher boats that we see in the area. Blue Funnel takes a little party boat, I'd say, probably the best way to describe Ocean Scene. Not too many pleasure crafts out on the water today, not with that drizzle incoming. It's a shame because the water conditions look good.
Britann, VTS.
Shipmates Terry Silver. Someone's asking about VTS. It is the KHM in Pompey. Lucy Sharman says, looks a bit like Scott Smith. Really enjoying listening to the Harbour Radio. I assume it's the Harbour Master. Is it KHM? That's something like Pompey. No, it's just VTS, Federal Traffic Services.
Japan VTS, that's all received. Traffic information via UKD Bluefin, passing the Outer Neb Boys, southbound for the spoil ground. Over.
But quite amusingly, the KHM, or King's Harbour Master, I've been quite used to calling it QHM, or Queen's Harbour Master, for many years, so I find it a bit difficult. Imagine if you've been in that job as the radio operator down at the Queen's, and you were the Queen's Harbour Master. You've been saying QHM probably all your career. And all of a sudden, now you're changing it to KHM. Many minutiae effects of changing of our reigning monarch.
Station scene VTS, that's all received. No reported traffic. Over.
Looks like we have a tug in assistance here. The Fitzer Bargate has now arrived over here with Arcadia. Perhaps. I didn't think it was that windy. Thought the wind had died down. Yeah, see, the wind has died down, but you never know. Gusting, it was gusting quite high. Maybe enough concern there, perhaps, to bring in a tug for assistance. There's a few shipmates up there. Must be not quite so rainy anymore. There is Celebrity Silhouette heading down to Southampton water on her E11 night cruise. Iceland and Ireland cruise via Sisyford, Akron, Reykjavik, Belfast and St. Peterport. Shipmate Henry V says something about 21 knots, voyage to Iceland. Absolute stunning locations. Oh, yes, I'd quite like to go to Iceland. Shipmate Terry Silver says you've known it's QHM. Yeah, well, it's been QHM.
Shetland Trader, Southampton VTS.
QHM for the entire reign of the Queen, so that was quite a number of years, wasn't it?
Trader VTS, that's all received.
Ugh, just looking miserable out there. One yacht. Boy there, shipmate Route Amos says going on Ventura for the second time in October. I hope you get some better weather, shipmate. I don't know where you'll be going actually. Where are you going on Ventura in October, shipmate? Let us know. Hopefully it'll be somewhere south. Shipmate Mrs. Aos has just got home after volunteering for the local arboretum. Just missed a huge downpour. Interesting, shipmate. Whereabouts were you volunteering for your arboretum duties? Was it perhaps in the local area? Because it certainly looks like the rain's coming. And when we started the broadcast, it was quite clear. So it's just all a bit rubbish. I was going to use a word that's probably would have got me reported for naughty language. Oh, I can see a couple of shipmates. I'm going to zoom in on there. There's a couple of shipmates right on the front, right on the bow. I think they might be crew. Certain parts of the vessels, I noticed particularly on the bows, are often not accessible to the general public. Yeah, it looks like crew to me. Probably discussing the weather. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can also see the radar there as well. It's the operation. They might be taking the flag down. The P&O house flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suspect that's what they'll be doing, waiting to take the flag down.
Arcadia, Ventura, hello, Rory. Arcadia, BDS. Arcadia, VTS, we've had no contact from the Venturas yet. We're still on time for departure, but if you're up and running, we'll just see how we get on and follow you out still.
Some discussion between the ships about departing.
Yeah, they've just told me berth radios are pretty naff.
Something's naff, apparently. Arcadia due to depart 6:30, so it's running a little touch late, and Ventura due to depart at 5. At this rate, if I suppose what they're discussing is Arcadia may end up departing at the same time as Arcadia's up here at the other end of port. So if she departs, it might probably take her 15-20 minutes to get to here. It'll be just as Ventura's supposed to depart, so they're probably negotiating departure times between the two of them.
BTS, Red Jet 6, shortly departing Town Quay for Westcott.
Red Jet 6, VTS, that's all received. May proceed. 70 Silhouette, approaching Cadden Boy, outbound, clear channel.
All copy. All copy, thank you.
Excellent shipmate, Mark G here, and one of our excellent spellers, reminding us.
Red Jet 7, BTS, that's all received. Traffic information, 70 Silhouette, Cadden Boy, outbound, clear channel. Away the next 5 minutes or so, the Arcadia 106 outbound should be followed by the Ventura from the ocean dock.
Ah, there we go. So Arcadia due away shortly.
BTS Ventura.
Oh, here's Ventura.
Ventura, BTS.
Yes.
Yeah, BTS Ventura, yeah. Port side 246, 8.7 max draft out for Amsterdam. I'll let you know the numbers when I got them. Ventura, BTS, that's all received. Arcadia Ventura. Will do if they've got 10 to go before engines, Roger.
Sounds like we'll have some movements shortly on Ventura and Arcadia. Looking at Ventura, it looks like the shipmates are huddling underneath one of the communications domes, getting out of that drizzly rain. We're almost losing sight of Celebrity Silhouette. Unfortunately, Netlicam seems to have decided it's not working. It does do that when it's drizzling. It's a problem of the rain penetrating signal from the Wi-Fi penetrating the drizzly rain. Not that long, but I suppose it's probably at the limits of the equipment I'm using. It's only basic amateurish equipment. I'm guessing that's the limit.
I've seen BTS, that's all received. Red Jet 6 leaving Town Quay now. Ventura on 46, due away 1700. Over.
There we go. So we all have Arcadia moving and then followed by Ventura. I'm enjoying having the old VTS radio back. I missed the VTS.
Arcadia, VTS.
Does take the fun out of trying to guess though, doesn't it?
Arcadia, VTS, that's all received.
For some reason I can't pick up Arcadia. Our antenna is the other side of port. I might need to adjust the radio. Some settings. Oh, I can barely see. Look at this, barely see. What is visibility? 13.9 nautical miles. Well, I don't think so. Look at that. That's not as bad. Like 7 or 8 nautical miles. Can't see a sausage. Let alone the buffet. Right, let's have a little nose down Ventura. See what's going on there, shall we, shipmates? Well, there's a few people out at around the front there on the pointy bits, on the bow, at the top. I think that must be out of the rain. Don't know if we'll have any flags or any wavers today. We had wave. We started off with wavers, but it was a good start to the broadcast. A couple of wavers on top of Ventura, busy flapping their arms. Don't think there'll be too many people out on their balconies today, unfortunately. Oh, there's one chap there out on his balcony. Let's have a quick look along here as well, see if there's anyone else. It's just not the weather for lounging around on one's balcony. Quite a few people up on the very top for the sail-away party. There's a few people there on their balcony. I'll just show you now. I will show you now. It's like the spot the ball competition on a foggy day. Spot the celebrity silhouette competition. She is there, just about. You might be able to make her out on the sort of right-hand side of the screen. Not quite as far as that antenna, just that slightly darker blob. Oh gosh, what weather. So Arcadia is supposedly due away next, and then Ventura at 5 o'clock. I think Arcadia is going to need to get a move on, frankly. No, can't see any waivers today. So like I say, Arcadia's a little up further up port. We've still got the Svitz bar gate in here as well. Looks like there might be a little bit of tug action going on. Often happens when there are higher winds. See, the winds are particularly high today. We're looking at here. Yeah, see, the winds have really dropped off. As soon as that rain came, the winds dropped right off. I'm sure that's some sort of meteorological phenomenon, isn't it? Windier beforehand, and as the low pressure of the winds come past it, the air pressure dropped off as well. Yeah, so I think it's probably the low pressure comes down, and you have less wind. Let's go back to cruise camp. Oh, it's looking quite murky and miserable out there, shipmates. Let's see if I can get Netlycam working, but I don't think Netlycam likes the weather. It's weather dependent, Netlycam. No, nothing from Netlycam. How about Cow's Cam? Yeah, it's Cow's Cam's working. Well, I think I might just add in Cow's Cam. Let's have a look. I have to change an IP address. Let's get this one here. Copy that IP address here. We're going to go to Cows for a second or two, shipmates. So Cows will.
Station seen, Southampton VTS.
Go blank as I update the IP address. Boing, and there we go. Equally poor weather in Cows. That's not very good, is it? I reckon we'll be able to see cruise ships as they pass. You can see
Ocean Scene, Southampton VTS.
VTS, Ocean Scene.
Apologies, traffic update, Ventura on 46. She's making ready to get underway about 1700.
That's copied. Don't know of our route tonight. When we picked up, I'll let you know when we depart. We're tucking towards 50 berths, wait for the high ferry to go.
That's all received.
Yep.
Okay, so Ventura still aiming to depart at 5. I think Arcadia is also just about to depart. So I think Ventura will get going first. And there's Hythe Scene that they were talking about. That's the ferry from here. From Hythe Pier to Town Quay. Little Hythe Scene ferry. They tend to get out of the way of the large cruise ships. I think Arcadia might be on the move. It looks like Spitzer. The Spitzer Bargate tug there is on the bow, ready to pull away. Ahoy there, shipmate Swiss Tacoso. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Hey, thanks for subscribing. And it gives me this opportunity to say that if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. There's a little red button somewhere to hit subscribe. You'll be notified when I go live with the broadcast, because as you can see, there are bits non-formulaic. Sometimes it's mainly to do whenever I can fit them in. Unfortunately, my travel takes me around. Can't always be in port at the right time, but I was here today. We had 3 ships today, and I thought, why not be here for these 3 ships? Because I thought it was going to be quite a nice weather day, but it's just gone sour, isn't it, this time of night? Never mind, we still get a pretty good view of the ships, and we just won't be able to see them for too long. Hi there, shipmate Gail Cooper. Welcome aboard, man. Thanks for subscribing.
VTS, Ventura.
Ventura.
Ventura, VTS.
Ventura, ready. We're going to start singling up and be on the move on time, where the Arcadia is going to wait, even though she's not even left yet, but there we are.
Ventura, VTS, that's all received. Traffic information, just you, Redjet 7, passing SO now, inbound.
Understood, thank you.
There we go, we heard that, so...
Redjet 7, Southampton VTS.
It looks like Ventura is departing on time.
Traffic update, the Ventura on 46 berth will be away 1700. She'll be backing out, over.
Yeah, looks like Ventura is departing on time, and then Arcadia will wait. Well, she's quite a long way away now, hasn't even left, so I don't think much waiting will be involved. I was hoping we could see the lines of Ventura, but I've forgotten that Ventura is quite a bit smaller than, let's say, P&O Arvia or P&O Arvia. Well, the shipmate Dino Grigio. Many thanks for subscribing, shipmates. Glad to have you on board. Grab yourself a
VTS,
complimentary mug of grog.
Stourborough, VTS.
Ça alongside Limassol.
Stourborough, VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't see quite see the lines. Oh, there, shipmate, my Charlie Pants. Welcome aboard. Many thanks for subscribing. Yeah, we can't see the lines, can we? Oh, we see the lines at the other end. Oh, these are going on Itchin Camp. It's pretty miserable. View from Netley. Oh, it's even worse, shipmates. Look at that. Ahoy there, shipmate Matthew Piper. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Oh, that is miserable weather today. I thought this was August and summer, but it is England. I should know better. Visibility down to 3.5 nautical miles. Yeah, I'd say that's fairly accurate now. 3.5 nautical miles. What is going on? I must check to see when Britannia
Apex VTS.
is due back in and see if I can. Excellent. Shipmate News Girl 100 suggested I drone the Britannia when she returns after having a little confrontation with a cargo ship in Palma de Mallorca. So here we go. We can see the lines for
Apex VPS. That's all received. Red Eagle approaching the Reach Buoy inbound.
we can see the lines there for the Orion Highway. Can't see the lines for Ventura.
VTS, I've seen Steam Town Quay.
I've seen VTS all received. Ocean Scene holding off 50 berth for you, and the Ventura on 46 berth breaking away now, outbound.
Southampton VTS, Red Osprey, shortly passing Royal Pier for East Cows and copy the traffic.
Red Osprey VTS all received.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's still no movement from Arcadia, so it looks like she's going to be just a little bit delayed, but it does look like Ventura is ready to go. Netley Cam has decided that the drizzle is not for it, and it is just not playing ball. I've lost control of it. Itching Cam is very friendly, is very helpful though. That's working well. And let's have a quick look. Oh, there are a few shipmates wandering out. They're still sheltering under the communications domes, aren't they? I got the impression it's still drizzling out there. Is there any movement in the ship at the moment? No, no movement in the ship as yet. I think the raid must have passed.
Celebrity Silhouette, BTS all received, sir. Thank you. The Red Falcon, the next departure inbound from Kent.
So the Celebrity Silhouette is quite a long way down Southampton water now. I can't show you because the visibility is so poor. But she is down here approaching a Cowshot Spit. And she'll go around Bramble Bank, which is here. That's where the cricket match will be on Saturday. I should be heading down Southampton water about 5 in the morning. We take Captain Marty's speedboat out. It's fast. I was going to say reliable, but yeah, no, actually it has been reliable. It's got a very large fuel tank. It's pretty fast. Should be able to do 45, 50 miles an hour down Southampton water. Get us to Brambles Bank on time. And I'll take some footage of the cricket match. Let's hope that the weather is decent for Saturday. It's not looking very good today, is it, shipmates? Let's have a quick check. What have we got here? Saturday, well, very agreeable. Low wind speeds and sunny, cloudy, somewhere around 14 degrees. Excellent.
Red Jet 7 BTS, yes, on that basis you may proceed at speed if safe to do.
Oh, hi there, shipmates. I saw a member come up. Who was that? Shipmate. Shipmate Gail Cooper. I think she's just subscribed. Many thanks for becoming a member, shipmate. Well, appreciate your membership of the channel. You can also become a member of the channel. Subscribing to the channel is free. If you become a member, however, you do get access to certain things like the VTS radio that you can hear now.
Ready, all VTS all received, thank you. The Ventura letting go from 46 outbound, and the Red Osprey just getting away from the rock.
The VTS radio is available 24 hours on the Discord channel, our Discord server, which also gives you access to all sorts of other things as well. A bit of community on there, plenty of photograph swapping, videos, and occasionally I post things not for the general public, just for our members and patrons. Thank you for your generosity. There we go. I can't remember what the rates for the membership start. Anyway, there's a little link there somewhere. If you click on the channel memberships, it'll tell you all about it. It looks like Ventura is supposed to be on the go. Or if the weather is clearing up slightly. What have we got now? Visibility is 1.6 nautical miles. No, it's getting worse. No, the red jet's just whizzing past. I think that's who we heard the red jet radio in. That's from Netley Cab. Yeah, that's clear. It's cleared up a bit. I think the visibility sort of lags behind. Looking at Arcadia, she's definitely late now. Looking at half an hour late. Captain won't be happy about that. What money? Oh, I haven't looked in the chat. So I'll look in the chat, see what's going on. Let's watch in the chat. Shipmate Barry Finch says normally have a balcony. Obviously been some discussion about something. Oh, there's shipmate Victor Tilson. I'm not seeing you for a while, shipmate. Says it looks a bit drab there. Yes. 100% agree with you there, shipmate. Very drab indeed. None of your bright artistic colours in this scene. Shipmate Craig Dawes, discussion on inside and outside balconies. I think this is probably one of the big debates with cruise ships. If you have a cabin on the inside, it's often quite a bit cheaper, but with obviously the disadvantages of being inside, no natural light. What does shipmate Craig Dawes says usually have a balcony. Tried an inside on Virtuoso. Was nice, but didn't like the lack of natural light. And outside seemed like a cheaper compromise. Okay. Like maybe a outside cabin without a balcony, perhaps, he's talking about. Shipmate Steve Black says, will the cricket be flooded? Well, it starts at 6, actually. I will just need to get down there from port. Oh, there's shipmate Malcolm Bott. Many thanks for subscribing. Welcome aboard. So Saturday, the sun actually rises at 6:20, so it should be enough light.
VTS Ventura, letting go now.
Oh, there we go.
Ventura, VTS, all received, thank you.
Ventura letting go now. So, yes, 6:20 is sunrise on Saturday. I should be bright enough for the cricket to start. Hey, to be honest, it's not actually that sophisticated. They decide. Oh, there you got some quality waving there. Excellent, shipmates. It's not actually a proper fit cricket match. They often decide the results of the cricket before the game takes place. It's more of a sort of charity organised event. Let's have a look. There we go. At least we can see something in this reduced visibility environment. Looks like the chap's got some sunglasses that are ready. I think you can put those away, shipmate. We'll be needing those for a while. Looks like they've got a device in hand. They should comment in the channel, shipmates, and let us know who you are. There is quite a delay between what they see on their devices and me zooming into the camera, so I'll zoom in and they'll think, oh, look, there we are, we're waving. And then all of a sudden they'll notice, oh, look, they've zoomed in. No, perhaps not. They've put it away. It's just normally at this moment I zoom out and they go, hey, it zoomed in even more.
Apex VTS all received, thank you. And the Red Falcon's the next departure from Kells Inlet.
I suppose the Ventura is ready to go, but I can't see any movement as yet. Weather not the best.
Up trailer, Solent Ships.
It's one of the red funnels coming past. Watch that for a bit of activity. I can't see the lines, unfortunately, on Ventura.
Up trailer, Solent Ships. That's all received, sir, thank you. Traffic information, the Hanson Thames around 7 miles southeast of the Nav Tower is bound to the east, and the Dredger UKD Bluefin at the Nav Spoil Ground will be proceeding back in for Southampton short.
The Dredger Hanson Thames is the sort of...
Thank you, sir. Please maintain a listening watch on channel 12 and call me before you drop anchor. Call me before you drop anchor so I can check your position.
Hanson Thames is the sister ship to the Cemex Go Innovation, one of the favourites on the channel. Bizarrely, Cemex Go Innovation, I think she's registered in the port of... on the Isle of Man. There we go. I think there's some movements. Those lines must have come in. And the Hanson Thames is registered in the port of Southampton and spends all the time on the Thames. logic of registering ships in different location is beyond me. There we go. So there we go. We have a departure. I don't know if we got ship number. Did we get numbers? I don't know if one of our helpful spanners heard if there were actually numbers. Now we've got the VTS radio. We get numbers on the ships, passengers and crew numbers. Now we had on Celebrity Silhouettes, we had 2,766 passengers, pretty much full, I would say, pretty much full, and 1,184 crew. I'm not sure if I heard numbers for Celebrity for Ventura. A couple of shipmates there hanging over the side. Going to give you. I shall zoom out now. She'll just reverse on out. Ah, excellent spanner. Kevin 2 says there's been no numbers for Ventura or Arcadia as yet. It has been known that they forget to tell you. I quite like the bow of the Ventura. It does allow you to walk all the way right round the front. So I was saying earlier, quite a few of the ships don't allow you on the bow of the ship anymore. You have to sort of walk underneath the bridge, right, sort of a bit further back. But yes, you can get right to the front on Ventura. Quick look, see what's going on with Arcadia. Arcadia's still there. Svitzer Bargate in attendance. Guessing she'll probably go now. Probably safely waiting for Ventura to get moving, because you don't really want to be waiting. If it's windy, you don't want to be hanging around. You want to be moving. Much more stability in moving than hanging around. Oh, shipmate Robert Taylor says they've done all of the P&O ships. Just come back from Aurora. Only thing is, since they started after COVID, the service, the meals have declined, but still enjoyable. Oh, interesting, shipmate. What do you think's declined about the service after COVID? Interesting. But obviously you're fairly well travelled, so you probably have seen a difference. Ventura off on a 4-night cruise to Amsterdam and the Netherlands, and then coming back. An ideal taster cruise if you're a little nervous about heading out for a 14 or 21 day cruise on a cruise ship. Think you might not like it. There are quite a few of these short cruises available. Probably give you just enough of the feel, the excitement, get a chance to visit a couple of different restaurants on board and some of the facilities, but without using too much time up or feeling like you might be stuck on board, which you never are, because you often in port somewhere and you've got something to look at. A few more shipmates out on the balconies. I think the weather may have improved. What does the weather say? Visibility? No, it's all pretty awful. Yeah. Yes, there are quite a few shipmates up on the top there. They really are filling those balconies. Can't see any random UK county flags today, or random football teams. There's the... Seems quite a full top deck today. I think that the rain must have just held off, allowing people to come out and get a bit of a view. Shipmate Stephen John Kelly says that P&O severe cutback since COVID. Shipmate Craig Dawes says Sidhu is amazing. That's the Indian restaurant on IO. No, I don't remember. I don't know if it's the same. I think it's on Arvia as well. Oh, there's some waving there. There's a chance that these shipmates are actually waving to people on Town Quay Pier. If you've dropped off friends and family, they'll often go down to Town Quay Pier, park the car up and wave. Just don't forget to pay that parking. It's one of those camera jobbies. Shipmate Fiona Holly says, if I can't get after, don't book. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's would be my favourite location. If I was going to book one up, try and get in aft. Some waving going on. See if I can find who that was. There's somebody there on their mobile. Perhaps they're watching the channel. Who knows? Just taking some film. No, I think they're taking a video. I'm just going to have a little look at Arcadia while you're all watching Ventura. Doesn't look like she's moved just yet. Shipmate Amber Parker says her friends are just under the Ventura sign. Think they're still there. Oh, okay, let's go and have a look under the Ventura sign. I notice there's quite a gaggle of people there. It's a great location, actually, if you do want to wave. Because it's quite difficult for me sometimes to identify where people are on the ship. But if you say sort of underneath the name of the ship or near the name of the ship, it's quite easy to see. There are quite a few people there. Quite a few hoodies out, I see. Oh, it's a combination of dress. You've got some T-shirts and some hoodies. So I'm not quite sure what the actual conditions are like in port. We would suggest drizzle.
I'm seeing VTS, thank you. The Ventura, I'm sure you see there, just backing out of the ocean dock.
That could be Amber's friends there, I think. Busy waving away on Ventura sign. It looks like there's a good little lick of paint on the top of that Ventura sign.
Alicat, Solent VTS, all received, thank you. The passenger vessel Celebrity Silhouette at the West Brambles out to the east, followed by the tug Apex.
VTS, Ocean Scene.
Ocean Scene, VTS.
Afternoon. Ocean Scene ready to leave Town Quay. Go down to SI first outside the Reds, out of the way. 65 on board plus 3 crew.
65 plus 3, thank you. The Hyde scene's underway from Hyde Pier to Town Quay, and the Ventura, I'm sure you see backing out of the ocean dock.
All 36, thank you.
Oh, that shipmate Amber Parker says that she spotted her friends. I think they were the two shipmates underneath the Ventura sign and told them to wave. Excellent. We did see them waving. Well done. That's good. Oh, yeah, she said that's them. Good. Well, shipmate Root Moore asks, interesting, if people were offered to go on a round-the-world cruise with no money or housing complications, would you do it? Well, the simple answer to that question is yes, I would. Especially if I get to choose a 7 Seas cruise ship. I understand what the cruise, what the shipmate's saying is this: well, you would be at sea for a long time. I'm not sure how long your typical round-the-world cruise goes, but I think they're around about 6 months, something like that.
VTS, Red Jet 7 Southampton, softly departing Town Quay for Cows.
Red Jet 7 VTS received, thank you. I believe the ocean scene's going underway from Town Quay also. The Ventura there just swinging off the ocean dock and will be proceeding out Hythe scene at the Hythe Knock going to Town Quay, and the Red Eagles at the Hounded.
That's all copied, sir. Thank you.
Looks like the visibility has cleared up a bit from Netley Cam. I've a quick look on Itching Cam. I've a quick over the New Forest. Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Within VTS.
Shipmate Colin James asks who is the captain of Ventura at the moment. I don't know, shipmates. Perhaps one of our...
Within VTS all received, thank you. Looking ahead, the Celebrity Silhouette just rounded the West Brambles, proceeding.
That's one of our helpful shipmates in the chat could say if they know who the captain of Ventura is. Shipmate Craig Dawes says if it includes a drink package, definitely no brainer. That's true. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be traveling around the world for 6 months on a cruise ship on a round the world trip without the drinks package, would you? Still no movement from Arcadia. Very late now. Got Ventura swinging back into the middle swing ground. There we go. She's there. She's backing round, so that's why we're sort of seeing the side of the ship. I prefer it so when they are bow out, stern in, and then as they turn, we get to look along the length of the ship. This way, we don't really get to see down the length of the ship, which is a bit of a shame. Ventura. One of the older ships in the P&O fleet. Maiden voyage, 2008. April. 116,000 gross tons. Length of 288 metres. Capacity for 3,192 passengers. I don't know what the crew capacity is, but I imagine somewhere around about 1,300. So. Top speed, 23.2 knots. Or 43 kilometres an hour in continental units, 26.7.
High scene, ocean scene, red to red.
Just having a look. It looks like Arcadia is on the move. Yes, there you go. There is Arcadia. Just pulling away from the dock. Hello there, shipmate. Craig Dawes, many thanks for your kind donation. £5 for the super chat. That's very good of you. I shall put that towards the purchase of the new drone, which has so far been quite successful. I have not lost the new drone after the old drone decided just to fall out of the sky for no particular reason whatsoever. It wasn't operator error this time, and it wasn't an oyster catcher. Oyster catcher took out my first drone. I was merrily flying away, just concentrating on what I was doing, and next thing I knew, bam, off. Straight into the ocean, thanks to an oyster catcher. Not just me as well. I had a look on YouTube, and surprisingly, quite a few drones that are taken out of the air by birds are taken out of the air by oyster catchers. Oyster catchers or birds of prey. I don't think we get many birds of prey in the port of Southampton, but we do get a lot of oyster catchers. I would think we'll have Arcadia on our screens probably in about 20 minutes time. Hopefully we get some decent visibility. Because the weather is a bit hit and miss at the moment. It's like, there we go. Even if we go over to Cows, there is a hint of celebrity silhouette there. Somewhere between the grey of the sea and the grey of the sky is the grey of the ship. Yep, that's just grey. Can't really even see the lights, can we?
Red Jet 6 VTS, thank you. Tug Apex of the West Brambles out. The Red Osprey's passing SO outbound, and the Clear Channel Ventura just passing 40 berth out.
Yeah, that's just not very pleasant.
VTS for Eagle, approaching the high from Mac. Can you please reduce speed for the outbound Ventura?
Ready, all VTS, yes, you may proceed. Red Jet 7 and the Ocean Scene also away from the Town Quay, and the Arcadia are underway from 106.
Full company.
Yeah, I think that weather's closing in again. Let's hope the weather is better in Amsterdam, which is where Ventura is off to. 4-night cruise to Amsterdam, and then returning back. I have my suspicions that it won't be a lot different. But never mind, you've got a lovely warm cruise ship with plenty of things to do on board. Plenty of decent restaurants, a couple of bars, there's spas and activities. That should keep you out of trouble. With their shipmate Julie Tucker says she'll be down at Cowshot next week, hopefully watching some cruise ships going out. Well done, shipmate. It's a great location. I will say that they do go past quite quickly. Where if you're in port, you get to see them for a longer period of time. But yes, it is a good location. There was a shipmate asking earlier. I think it was Colin James was asking about the captain of the Ventura, and that is Captain Alan Hawkins. Shipmate Robert Fleming suggests that some of the smaller cruise ships do round-the-world cruises that allow them to dock in smaller ports. That's a good point there, shipmate. Yes, you'd probably want to be in a smaller ship so that you could spend some time in more interesting locations rather than just the big ports. Also, shipmate Rob Fleming also says one did about 5 months calling in at about 15 South Pacific Islands. Most seem to start westbound for some reason. Yeah, that's true. They do seem to start westbound, don't they? I'm not sure why.
Champion VTS, thank you, safe passage.
VTS, hi James, that's the Town Quay.
Oh, that weather's coming in again, isn't it?
I've seen VTS all receiving.
That wonderful August summer day in England. Well, at least I suppose the weather was decent for the bank holiday weekend. Normally you get this sort of weather on the bank holiday weekend. Or
I've seen Red Jet 7 afternoon. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for that. Have a good one.
And here is the Ventura just passing Dockhead. Arcadia is on the move. I imagine she'll be on camera in about 10 minutes or so. I think we're going to lose sight of Ventura in all that foulness of the English summer out there. God, look how bright those lights are looking in this dreary grey. That'll be confusing shipping. Changing your navigation lights from red to green. Maybe there'll just be some sort of disco compliance regulations. it's one of the...
Ventura VTS, thank you. The Red Jet 6 North Thorn inbound, and the Red Falcon, the next departure from Cowes.
See one of the red funnels coming past here. Not very pleasant, is it?
Red Falcon VTS, thank you. The Red Osprey is coming up to the hook out, Clear Channel Ventura at the Western Shelf out, and the Clear Channel Arcadia just passing 104 out.
Yeah, so as Sam just said, passing... Oh, come on, no, not Sam, sorry. As the VTS just said, Arcadia just passing up here, the 104 berth, heading down our way. We'll get a glimpse of her through the grimy weather that's here at the moment. As she passes briefly, what is the visibility? Visibility at the moment is 3.1 nautical miles. Not very good. Temperatures below 15 now. The wind has died down a lot. Since the drizzle and rains arrived, the wind has died down, but not really an advantage, is it? There is a cruise ship somewhere there in the distance. Well, the shipmate Judy Watson says, good to hear you. Thought we lost your commentary of good. No, shipmate, I've just been really busy, unfortunately. Sort of cruise ship departing times at the weekends are like my busiest time. I can't always get back into port to give a commentary. So we've had
Carolyn, Salam Savita.
all three ships are now departed. Celebrity Silhouette is past the Isle of Wight, out on her way for her.
Carolyn, Salam Savita, yes, that's received, thank you, good night to you.
She's out for her 11-night cruise, if I seem to remember correctly. Yes, 11-night cruise to Iceland Islands.
Red Osprey VTS, thank you. Red Jet 6 at the reach-in, and the Red Falcon just departing Cowes.
Ventura, we're looking at now, is departing for a 4-night cruise to Amsterdam. And then Arcadia, who is on her way down. Quite a late departure for Arcadia. She's off for a 16-night around Iceland trip, calling in at Skjolden, Ulsan, Reykjavik, Ilsefjord, Akureyri, Leith, and Newcastle upon Tyne. Going round Iceland and then popping into Edinburgh and Newcastle at the same time. Oh, what rotten weather. Let me see if I can get Netcam working. Netcam. I don't think Netcam's very keen on drizzle. No. Still not working. Look at that. Drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Shipmate Judy Tucker asks, will there be many cruise ships going out next week? Well, yes, there's we're still fairly busy with ships at the moment. Quite a few coming and going. We will have probably, well, we've got Disney Dream is departing tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I might well do her. I'm in port. We also have Vista, which I don't think I've live streamed before. That's a relatively new ship. I droned her which came the other day, and the Bolay. That's 3 ships tomorrow. Then on Friday we have Britannia after her little incident, so I might have to go and see if I can drone her Friday morning. She had a little incident with a container ship in Palma de Mallorca, so perhaps I'll see if I can spot those damaged lifeboats. They've had to airlift some people off. So yeah, Saturday's looking like quite a good day. We've got Britannia, Queen Mary 2, Queen Victoria, and the Azimuth Pursuit. That's all happening on Friday. That's 4 on Friday. Then Saturday we've got Iona, Ventura, MSC Virtuosa, Sky Princess. That's another 4 on the Saturday. And then Sunday we've got Avia, Aurora, Anthem of the Seas, and Disney Dream. And Norwegian Dawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's going to be busy. That's rather annoying because I think I'm also slightly busy. But I'll see what I can do, Shipmate. See if I can squeeze that one in as well. If you have a look, yes, I think Mark G's posted the link for Julie Tucker there for
VTS.
Arcadia, VTS, all received, thank you. Red Jet 6 just passing SO inbound.
Arcadia on our way down. So just passing Mayflower Park, the home of the boat show. It looks like the weather's clearing up a bit actually. Now I can look across here at Hive. Yes, you can see that sort of drizzle is on its way out, which is good. There's Hive Scene just coming into the picture here. That's the ferry to and from Town Quay to Hive. I've look on Netley Cam, see if we can see. Sometimes you can just about see the top of the cruise ship on the right. No, can't see anything just yet.
At BTS, Bargate.
Bargate, VTS.
Hello again, all done with the Arcadia. Just going to make our way slowly up, and next job for us, the Ryan Highway sailing.
All copied, still due away 1800.
Thank you.
That's Svitzer Bargate. You've just heard down the radio saying that she's finished with the duties on Arcadia. She was giving a bit of a tow out. Just because it was a bit gusty earlier. Probably just a safety thing. Shipmate Julie Tucker says she's going to be down at Cow Shop viewing. I think I may have already said that. Yeah, it's a good location. It looks like it's going to be a fair number of ships departing on Sunday, so that would be fairly good. Hopefully the weather will be decent. Of course, that would help immensely. The weather for Sunday, oh yeah, it's going to be quite decent actually. Sunny, cloudy. Yeah, pretty good. Water does look invitingly calm and flat out there. That's one of the benefits of a bit of drizzle. Disadvantages, you can't see much, can you? Just having a quick look at the map, and Arcadia getting very close. She might be visible on Netley. Yes, there we go. We can just about see the top of Arcadia there. I think Arcadia must be the oldest ship in the P&O fleet. Launched in June of 2004. crew 967 and maximum passenger capacity of 2,388. I hadn't had any. Now I've got the VTS ready working. We had passengers and crew numbers for Solent Ships, but unfortunately they've haven't given us any for Arcadia or Ventura. See all the red jets coming out of the gloomy, mizzly, drizzly there. It's not the best weather-wise. I'll get there's a few more exciting ships coming up, shipmates, so I'll try and get a few more broadcasts in. So if you're enjoying this content, please do subscribe. It is free. Just hit that red button somewhere. And then the notification bell. Then every time I go live, you'll get a notification. Can't always guarantee the times I go live. Sometimes I'm busy out myself on the water or travelling somewhere. Stuck in a traffic jam, more than likely this time of year. There we go, we can see Arcadia through the gaps. I think she'll be very shortly on our screens on cruise cam.
Yes, Ryan Highway.
Ryan Highway, VTS, good evening.
Evening on 40 berth, 9.1 metres for Bremerhaven, 27 people on board, away in about 15 minutes.
Ryan Highway, VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Orion Highway is that red and white ship with the big K on the side.
VTS,
Red 6 VTS, yes, you may proceed at speed if safe to do so. You've got the Arcadia there, just passing the ocean dock outbound.
That's good.
Well, there, shipmate James Marshall. Many thanks for subscribing. I don't know if we'll see many shipmates out on the decks or on their balconies. It's not the best. There's a few people there. I think the camera's struggling to focus in the fog. It's making the fog worse. Stop it. Oh, there we go. There's a few people out on their balconies. No, can't see anybody on the top deck, though. Can't say I blame you. Compared to the other ships this evening, Arcadia definitely smaller by size compared to Celebrity Silhouette. Even Ventura. I can see one lonely shipmate walking around at the top of the stern there. Oh, and there's Spitzer Bargate helping earlier with the departure. I think there's a few more lone shipmates. It strikes me it's not the weather to be sat out on the bar at the stern, is it? Enjoying the sail away from the gloriously drizzly port of Southampton. No, I think the camera's going to struggle with that. It's just... yeah, oh dear. I think there are a few brave souls out there. Oh, even the camera's struggling to focus. It's giving up. Yeah, the camera's struggling to focus. Too much hard work for the poor old camera. exciting cruise, though, to head up to Iceland and circumnavigate Iceland. There's some stunning scenery on the coast of Iceland, plenty of waterfalls to see and lighthouses on little rocky outcrops. And, of course, you've got the ever-present volcanoes spewing lava everywhere. There's a Spitzer Bargate there, just coming back to work on... Come on, camera. I know it's miserable, but you can at least cooperate, couldn't you? Coming back to work on Orion Highway, sorry. Horizon Highway? Which one was it? Orion Highway. There you go. Orion Highway leaving in about 15 minutes' time. Oh, you can barely see the cars. Almost like the ship is camouflaged. Shipmate, Mrs. AO says, looks like November.
Shell and Traders, Solent Ships.
Shipmate Rob spotted someone in his cabin.
Shell and Traders, Solent Ships. Okay, sir. That's received.
Thank you.
Yes, please, sir, if you could just call us when the transfer is complete.
Shipmate James Marshall says it came on here.
Arcadia and Ventura, yes, go ahead.
Because you could hear the ship's horns from Shoaling. Yes, excellent. I'm sure you could. Shoaling is very close to the port of Southampton.
That's received, thank you. And can I just confirm again the port of destination, please?
Oh, look at that. There's the Hythe Ferry there somewhere. Oh, good. Miserable weather. Well, I think this will come naturally to a
All received, thanks.
foggy conclusion, shipmates, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that. Hope you've enjoyed this broadcast, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do think about subscribing. Thanks to all the subscribers, the PayPal donators, the Patreons to the channel, and of course, thanks to the Blue Spanner crew who do a fantastic job of telling me information I don't know.
Ventura, go.
Because I can't know everything. So.
Go ahead, sir.
I'll keep this going for a little while, but probably not very long because it's looking pretty miserable out there. And the next broadcast,
That's all received, thank you.
I would think next broadcast. Let's have a look. When that might that be? I'm thinking that might do tomorrow, considering we've got a Disney Dream.
I've seen VTS, all received, thank you.
I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted that one. Till next time, shipmates.
I've seen VTS, just one to be aware of, sir, the Orion Highway on 40 berth, you'll see tugs made fast, should be getting underway soon. Silhouette, VTS, thank you. The UKD Bluefins inbound over the new grounds for Southampton. And the Hope Trader, 5 miles southeast of the tower, is proceeding to drop anchor, nav anchorage number 8. Confirm, and she's going to anchorage number 8. Pantelis, Solent Ships. Pantelis, Solent Ships. Yes, sir, I understand your boarding time not until 19:30 this evening. You may heave your anchor, sir, but once you have heaved your anchor, please hold your position until it is time to proceed to the pilot station. Yeah, Pantelis, Solent Ships. Just to be clear, sir, you may heave your anchor, but your anchor, your boarding time is at least 1.5 hours from now. So just proceed very slowly. Do not arrive at the pilot station before your boarding time at 19:30 at pilot station Alpha. Thank you. Red Falcon VTS received, thank you. The Ocean Scene just passing SO outbound. Passenger vessel Arcadia at Lanes Lake out. Hey, I have said Solent Ships. Hey, I have said Solent Ships. Thank you, sir. 8 persons on board, I assume, and your current draft. That's all received, thank you.